Ja, 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 ja. Mhm. Ba, 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 da, ba, da. Hm. It's going to be an interesting one. This is PTS? There's no carrier, though. Yo, what's up, man? Good morning. Yo, man, it's Saturday. What do you mean? I live the normal human life where, you know, the normal human work hours. AKA, we do not work on Saturday. Is this New Jersey thing? What? New Jersey hasn't even been officially announced. It was just talked about in like what, YouTube Shorts? Oh yeah, there was this though. They did show this. Or well, they didn't show it, but it was included. Here's a image of it. See right here. You can get Kid Kami. You can get Battleship New Jersey. So there's a little teaser, I guess, for people who caught it. Yeah, he's back, which is nice. He got surgery, I think. He definitely sounds different. It's good that he's back. Same old Flammo though. But it's like same. Actually, he's literally same Flammo. It's mainly about the new AA changes and stuff. He says his whole thing is a carrier buff, which is really concerning. So I just thought to myself like, same old Flammo. It's good that he didn't change, despite what happened. AA changes and also CV consumable and DFA consumable changes. It's all really, really big stuff happening. You just woke up. Good morning. Good morning. (3 p.m.) Hello, Europe. What is this? Engage with your audience. What is this? So I'm still new to the YouTube live stream stuff. I see these buttons on my chat. What's it? Start Q&A. Start a poll. Members only live stream. All right, goodbye guys. Members only live stream time. What is this? What does this do? Wait, what? It's an emoji. Wait, can you guys see that? I'm pressing like the emojis right now. Can you guys see this? Or is it only for me? I'm pressing like this emoji thing on chat. It's like some heart. Wait, what? Wait, can members see it? Look at this. Oh wait, where is it? Look at this thing down here. You saw it fly up on the chat. Look. There's no way you can just keep doing this the entire stream, bro. Dude, it's like TikTok. Oh my goodness. Hello. Directional? No. Man, you don't... Bro, you're a super veteran at the game with like 89% win rate, right? And you don't even keep up with the changes. You just go. So priority sector is now directional fire, or is now a 360 aura. They just call it sector. So you don't have to look anywhere. You just see or hear, like see the planes coming or hear your AA firing. You just press the button and it just activates. Quick press, by the way, single press. And it'll start charging up the gauge. Then once you get it charged up, you long press your sector consumable or your sector key, and then it'll activate the consumable. And then you'll deal the damage. The thing about the new sector system is they removed the instantaneous 3.5% damage that you would deal. So, and that's now moved to the actual consumable, the new concentrated fire system. So once it's ready and activated, you press it, you'll hold the button, and then you activate it, and then it'll give you the instantaneous damage of 3.5%. every 5 seconds for the duration of 40 seconds. So it's pretty crazy. Even pre-charge the gauge. What do you mean pre-charge? It'll whenever your AA is firing, it'll charge up the consumable. Or are you talking about pre-charge as in while it's active? How accurate is the sentiment that carriers cannot just linger around your AA to charge up the funny button? How accurate is the sentiment that carriers cannot just linger around your AA to charge up the funny button? So I don't really understand the question, but generally a carrier shouldn't linger around AA anymore. You'll want to be flying in and leaving ASAP. So if you're doing chain striking and you're trying to strike the same target after you just did one, you want to leave the AA aura and then just either strike a different target or just recall. Because you risk you risk giving them the charge up the consumable with one flight. Okay, yeah, okay. That's what I thought you were saying. How effective is it for carriers to not linger around your AA? It's so it's okay. So this new, are you asking that this new system, how strong is it now, or how important is it for the carrier to not stay in the AA? But no, you can't pre-charge it while it's active. So if the consumable is active, you won't be able to charge it up. I should really include chat to be shown on stream, right? I think that'll help you guys a lot, especially with the VOD watchers. And that'll just be better. The 360 degree makes it better. It makes it easier to just use, but you don't get any instantaneous damage. You just have the improved, I think it was 25% increasing your AA with this aura. Which is nice. But the thing is though, it's your DFA is removed from the game now. So you can't just pop it. You can't just activate the DFA consumable. So if you don't have your gauge filled up, your consumable readied up, you'll just have to use your continuous AA and just reinforce your sector. But this will just give you a little bonus in damage. It won't do a lot. This is just like fending off against maybe 3 planes, 2 planes. What replaces DFA? This consumable. So this consumable, it's called Auxiliary and Torpedo Weaponry Coordination. What it is, it's a universal. Any ship that has DFA on their consumables key, they'll be able to slot in this, and it give you universal buffs like airstrikes, reload, torpedo reload, secondary battery damage, and also you charge up your progress bar 1.2% faster. So when someone enters your AA, you can activate this if you want to get the faster charge. If you're playing a torpedo boat, you want to load your torps faster, you pop this. It's just all around just universal buff. Gearing buff, I would say so. It's a nice buff that they have. But the thing is, you have to select between this consumable versus engine boost. But I mean, for a flat torpedo reload time and also the progress bar buff, I think it might be worth considering, but I don't know. I don't play Destroyer. Theoretical St. Vincent reload with this, don't know, just deducted 20%. It is pretty hilarious though. So here's the thing about the new system. I was watching Flamu like this morning when I just woke up at like 6:30, and he was playing Vermont, and I think that was like his second game or first game, and a carrier hovered him a little bit but then left. Like he instantly popped his DFA key, or this thing was it, I don't know what to call this, his coordination key, I guess, his new consumable, or not consumable, people might get confused. I'll just say auxiliary consumable, right? He activated this. He filled it up to like, I think 60%, 60% of charge, and I think it was an Essex or an Audacious that was just rocketing him. It did one strike and that's it. He charged up about 60% with the consumable usage. But then he realized that, hey, wait, one, I'm killing the planes too quickly, so I can't charge up the consumable or my progress bar as quickly as I want to, or as much as I want to. And secondly, if the carrier just leaves and goes to the other side of the map, he was on C flank, so the carrier went to the A flank now, and he was like, if the carrier does that, then I don't charge my progress bar anymore, even though it is 70 seconds until it's until AA starts firing again. Oh, sorry, no, it's 70 seconds until it starts depleting. My fault. But then he was like, oh wait, this is actually not that great. But then again, it's like, it's 70 seconds, bro. You have many other ways to charge up the thing. And also, it's not supposed to be like an early game like carrier squadron removal tool. It's focused around mid to late game that you can actually defend yourself. It's also focused around you being the single one out, like on a flank or something, and the carrier decides to only focus you. Then that's when this new system becomes really, really, really strong, really noticeable. And from what I was talking to yesterday with my friends who was actually playing on PTS, they all said that this whole thing is just going to ruin carriers, especially for a server where there's a lot of rushing and a lot of like just YOLOing happening nonstop, and the match is only lasting like 5 to 7 minutes. Like if it's a Schlieffen running it down, or a destroyer running straight at you, or yeah, anything, any of those cases, and you have to deal with that ship, it's over. It's game over for you. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, Flamu was talking about this stuff, and he was also bringing up the fact that aircraft carriers were. He's like, oh, this is a big aircraft carrier buff because DFA is no longer, in the game. But then again, he was like always an avid DFA hater anyway, so I don't know why he brings that up. But yeah, he was talking about this regeneration buff. He's like, now planes regenerate so much faster now because we needed to buff carriers again. But it's like, bro, this is. Let me show you an image that one of my friends sending. Let's see. I'm gonna show you guys 4 different images. Okay, these are 4 different games. Most of the matches were filled with bots, but he was mainly striking players that had like real players in the PTS server, right? I think this is Malta, and all these games. I think this is Nakimov. No, this is Essex. This one is Nakimov. Right, and so it's like these are all the games that he had on PTS. 4 different games. He was just striking the players that were, that were real players. It's an absurd amount of damage that gets dished out because it's 3.5% base for cruisers, carriers, and battleships, and that triggers every 5 seconds that you deal that you take that 3.5%. It'll get buffed up to 5%, matching the destroyers, because destroyers come with base 5% per 5 seconds. So cruisers, battleships, and aircraft, or cruisers and battleships mainly, can buff up the 3.5 to 5% because it's because of the skill. And with the skill active, or with the skill taken, it'll make it really strong. So it's like when everyone gets that skill, or when everyone gets the funny button activated, it's just game over. It's like, especially for mid to late game, there's just nothing you can do. It's a huge buff to surface ships, yes. Huge buff to surface ships. So here's the thing. So I was talking to a carrier friend, and it's on a server. This whole change depends on the server. It entirely depends on the server now, because it depends on the players, how grouped up they are, how spaced out they are. But also, it depends on whether or not the server. Let me lower the volume. It depends on whether or not the server actually takes DFA or not. And from what I've noticed, I think Asia server plays with DFA more frequently and runs AA skills more frequently than North America does. North America, people laugh at DFA users, right? So it's like, on North America, who hasn't really been using DFA, like as a vast majority of them has usually been using Hydro. On North America server, it is a nerf to carrier, direct nerf to carriers, because now everyone has access to this new consumable. So AA is theoretically even more stronger because it's more used. Like everyone will have access to it. Also because priority sector, people don't even use priority sector on North America. They face the wrong direction. They start sending it that way. On Asia server, a lot of people have DFA. They use AA skills, and also they and everyone knows how to use priority sector. It's all that kind of stuff. So it's like on a server that is like Asia server, who people actually know how to use consumables like that and the mechanics. Yeah, it's a oh, that's not what I wanted to pick. It's a giga nerf. Sorry, no, it's a giga buff, because not everyone has access to the actual DFA consumable, and people more spread out. North America server is a direct nerf. Asia server is a little bit more easier until mid game, because then that's when everyone actually has the consumable ready to go, and then they'll know how to use it. I feel like North America is just going to be just trolling because they don't know exactly what to do with their consumable. They have no idea what's going on. Okay, hold up. A lot of people just joined the chat. Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Let me read chat again. Let's see. Reddit's opinion on the CV buff is the CV buff is wrong. It's Reddit. Those people are like just they eat mud pies, bro. Hello, Ajax. Yeah, the CVs are kind of cooked. Like realistically, the CVs are kind of just done for, really. Hello, Tails. Later's Mr. Chen. Excel sheet it'll be on my Discord server or on my live stream or any of my videos. I have a docs page. Yeah, CVs aren't compensated at all, and one of the things that people are saying about this change is it's a carrier buff because DFA is gone and then carriers got this, the regeneration buff. Wow, kind of crazy, right? Malta got a 2-second buff on its dive bombers. Crazy. It got a 5-second buff on its torpedo bombers over like what 7 minutes. Wow, kind of crazy, no? Ray, since the instant damage comes later based on an HP percent, does that mean the low tier CVs are kind of cooked? Yes. Anything that doesn't have higher HP, well, no, actually, because it's percentage based, because this thing now deals 3.5% to 5% current squadron HP. No matter what tier you're playing, no matter what HP the plane has, it'll always deal a equal percentage amount of that. The biggest difference here, though, is that it means lower tier ships can now effectively deal with higher tier carriers. So, for example, a tier 1 destroyer that has anti-air equipped on its ship can deal with an FDR when they have this consumable, this new charged up consumable. Because I think, if I recall correctly, if a destroyer that, destroyers have 5%, if the destroyer has that consumable charged up, it's no matter the tier, they'll deal about 25 to 30k damage off of an FDR squadron if FDR hovers for the entire 40 seconds. So yes, it is a little bit harder for lower tiers, especially tier 6, who doesn't have evasive maneuvers. Tier 8s also have less HP overall. But if we are thinking purely off of this new consumable, it's all equalized. But then now you factor in continuous AA, and it's just game over. Thank you, VX. I'm slowly reading chat, guys. You have to give me time. I'm still scrolling. Okay, now I caught up. Okay. Excel sheet? Why Excel sheet for what? My builds? They're all on my other videos. You can check any of my videos or my Twitch stream. Are you a CV main? No, I just play carriers for content. I think I have more cruiser battles than let me see. Pretty sure I have more cruiser battles than anything else. How do I check? Can I check cruiser class games? Okay, this is PTS. Yeah, I play more cruisers than carriers. I just play carriers for content. Because no one makes carrier content anymore. Where is it? I have 39% aircraft, or 39% cruiser and 36% carriers. I play more cruisers than carriers. Hello from Korea. Good evening. Everyone's saying that it was called technically a few seconds a better region. It's called a massive buffer. People just don't know math. Again, they're mud pie eaters. They would test this AA change before releasing it like this. So here's the funny thing. So right now it's on PTS, but they have been internally testing it ever since I think February or March. They have been testing it internally. And they're like, oh, this is a good change. Fuck carriers. Instead, we'll give carriers new support consumables like this shit. Repair assistance, you can give people healing. You can give... So this healing is actually pretty strong. We can take a look at it right now. So Royal Navy picked it up. And this heal is equivalent to a normal surface ship's heal. It's 0.5 second percent. You can drop it at 20 kilometers range and it's active for 20 seconds. I think a normal heal is what, 28 seconds? So this is almost equivalent. If you're healing about 10% of a ship's HP with this. Normal heal is like, I think 18%, 16%, something like that. So this is actually pretty strong. And with if you take the squadron consumable, you can buff it up to 3. And I think what they really need to do to make this even funnier is change Cunningham so that his consumable here, this consumable, can actually be squadron consumable included. So it's +1 and usage time. This will be a huge buff to Audacious if they change Cunningham to match it. Like instead of just ship consumable, it's all consumables. So you get the that'll be so funny. But I think so many things I want to say at the same time, but I have to go really slowly. So here's the thing. These buffs that I showed just now, right? What is this? That's not it. There, this. These buffs, right? So there's a reason why these specific carriers were selected. For the most part, because AA is, mostly is got anti-air is being giga buffed, right? But the thing is, see, Audacious was buffed where it shaves off researchable aircraft 9 seconds, and what is this? 8 seconds. Math, but just brain farted. Right, Audacious specifically. So this is almost, I think it's like 9%. It's a 9% buff, which is, if you think about it, it's this skill, 5%, with this upgrade, excluding the +2 aircraft on deck. So this is literally these two combined. And they made it so that people now have a choice. You can either go max regeneration build, which is equivalent. Now you'll be at like total of what 13 to 15% regeneration like percentage off of this, compared to what we have on live server, because this is PTS right now, right? It'll be almost 15% regeneration buff. But people now, if they wanted to choose, they can take just the upgrade and rely on these new regeneration buffs, which is about close to 9%. Wait, no. That's 20%. Wait, what am I saying? It'll be almost 18%, 20% with this. So now they have a choice. Now they can drop this. They can, you lose out on the +2 aircraft on deck. But if the player wanted to, they can take this to more focus on repair assistance when the time goes, when time is needed. And the thing is, it's not just on torpedo bombers, it's also on rockets. So you have six charges now, 6 charges of heal that you can place down, 2 at the same time on different allies. Yo, VX, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you. You're too generous. I'm not hopeful either. But yeah, like this is really strong. And so this regeneration buff kind of makes sense. It gives players a more open like build path that if they really wanted to. Now for Essex, I saw earlier, Essex doesn't get anything. Essex just stays with the normal smoke. That's it. Midway doesn't get anything either, which is crazy to me how Midway was ignored. So the Japanese and the German carriers, they get the DCP on their torpedo bombers and on their rockets. Everything is torpedo bombers and rockets. So this DCP usage, it's active for 5 seconds for Japanese, right? And you can send it at 20 kilometers because it's tier 10. But the Germans have a longer one. The Germans have a 20-second consumable action time. So the DCP is active for 20 seconds. It's pretty strong. But you also have to take into account there's 12 seconds arrival time. So I can show you guys in a bit. Let me actually show you guys a screenshot because my friend sent it to me. It's really cool how they updated the UI to show like which ships are on fire. It shows both allies and also enemies. Let me see here. There was an image that I saw that my friend sent to me. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, come on. So here's how it looks with the new concentrated fire. When someone has it activated, it'll show right here. I really hope that they made it the AA tracers were gonna be like red to replicate the old DFAA system, but unfortunately not. Here's the fire thing. So if you see here, if you're playing as like Hakuryu line or the Richthofen line, it'll show this new UI where it shows all ships in the game in your match that are on fire. So Venezia is on fire for this. It just got set on fire. Seafin's on fire, and Colombo has 2 fires. So this is really cool to see UI like improvements like this. And it also shows the ship's HP, so you can actually see who you want to heal if you're playing as like the Audacious line. Okay, but anyways, I think we should play, right? Because I think I did too much rambling. What should we play first? Should we play Haku? Because Haku, I think so. Haku line and the Richthofen line, I think are the two. Oh, so sorry, Haku line and FDR are the 2 carriers. The Japanese line and FDR are the 2 that are really concerning because I think these are the ones that get nerfed here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my build that I usually run, Hidden Menace. Let's see how this goes, because Hidden Menace actually negates some A time once you recall your squadron or your planes. So I just want to test it. Actually, no, you know what? We should do it without it. Let's do it without it. Here we go. Try that. Ocean? No, Ocean doesn't get anything. It's just Hakuryu line, Royal Navy line, and the German line. That's it. Only tech trees. No premium ships get anything. But the premium ships also got a little bit of buff, which is nice. For regeneration. No, Ocean didn't get anything actually. No, sorry. Ocean got nothing, right? Yeah, Independencia got something, got a buff to the rockets, no, torpedo bomber regeneration. No, Ocean was forgotten again. Ocean literally dead in the whole... She's literally dead, bro. It's cooked. She's actually dead. Okay, yeah, let's try this. This looks good, right? Shall we take a look at a surface ship first? I want to check on the new consumable. So, Worcester... DFA is now removed, and DFA was his AA guns. Sector time. Yeah, the DFA upgrade is completely removed now. This is changed as well. It's +1 instead of +2 shells. 6-slot secondary and AA upgrade. AA flag is the same, so this is a new consumable. Oh man. Is there any way I can change this key? Why is it on I? What the? That's so demented. What? T-Y-U-I. It's all over there. Hold up. Why is it so far away? Consumables. F. Oh, I have to change all... Oh my god. I have to change all of my stuff. Hold up. Oh my god. Combat instructions. Okay, this. Alternate firing mode. This. Torpedo reload. You don't need that. Submarines. Ascending. Ascending is going to be V. Okay. There we go. And aircraft. Squadrons. Consumables. This is F. Return to carrier is C. C. Attack is spacebar. Battle observation. Control J, Control C. Here we go. There we go. Okay. We got it. Let us play now. Let's play Haku. I'll stop the music once we get into the match. I'm a BBDD main. Interesting to see how it plays. My biggest issue with removing the D fire is if you're on low HP, the fire provides immediate counter, whereas the new systems means you don't. So yeah, I mean, while that's true, that's what a lot of people were saying, that the instantaneous protection that you get from the FAA is no longer present anymore. But on the flip side, I think that if you are getting low HP, you should have, you should be prepared to have an aircraft carrier coming near you. There are cases where yes, you just use your charge, you lose a chunk of HP, and then now you're screwed, right? There's nothing you can do, even with the FAA active, right? If a carrier comes at you with full squadron, you're at like maybe 5k HP, you're done anyways. It's over. The FAA is not going to protect you against a full squadron of planes. This new system though, let's say you do have the new consumable ready to go, or not. What do I call it? I don't want to call it combat instructions. Let's say you have concentrated fire ready to go. Then it's a different story, because now you will deal meaningful amount of damage to more damage than you would with the FAA. Like literally more damage than you would with the FAA, because it's you deal percentage-based damage now. It's no longer just the FAA dealing improved continuous damage. Oh, maybe they eat a flat cloud. This new system, this new mechanic is now where you can actually deal a good chunk of damage to the enemy squadron. Yes, you will probably die because you'll get maybe 1 or 2 strikes off, but the damage that you deal to that squadron is now going to be present and be impacted for the rest of the game. And it's even more stronger than DFA. So it's, I think it's a good trade-off, really. You lose the instant protection. Well, calling DFA a protection to begin with is kind of a joke. DFA didn't really do anything unless this enemy carrier ate flak. That was the only protection, really, that DFA provided. Because continuous damage in current day live in live server is a joke. Continuous damage doesn't really do much unless they fully invested in that route. It is still active? No, it stops. The squadron, when they recall and they reach safe altitude, they disappear off of the enemy's POV. But the carriers, they can see their own squadron go continuously flying up and see it on the map. But the squadron just disappears in front of the enemy's eyes once they reach safe altitude. I think I have to play co-op. I don't think anyone's going to be in a game. They removed recon mode and travel recon and strike mode because it just wasn't ready. It was too clunky. So they're adding every other change first, and then they're going to implement the new system again later on as like a final change, which is going to probably put a nail in the coffin at that point. There is no more spotting for carriers at that point. It's going to be so dumb. And it's really, really, really hard for me because I have to constantly keep up with all these changes and to make new videos on it every single time they implement something new. Instead of them just unleashing it all at once. It's so dumb. Because they're afraid of the class just dying. They don't want to make a big mistake like the first carrier rework that happened in 2020. But I mean, if you're doing a rework of a whole class with mechanics and that's affecting even surface ships as well, you have to take that chance and just do the change and see how it comes out. You can't just do it like this and with like just, you know, breadcrumbs. It's too much for the people to handle. That's why they're delaying this whole thing ever since 2025. It's been like a 2-year thing now, and it's probably going to continue on to 2027. And all the manpower and all the focus is on aircraft carriers right now. So I don't know if you guys watched Overlord Bo's submarine video. It was pretty good. There are clear issues with submarines and UI indicators and how that class is interacting with other classes, even with itself. And Wargaming is just saying we don't have the manpower to focus on 2 different things at once. We have to focus this year primarily on aircraft carriers, this year and next year actually, and then submarines will come later. But there's clear issues with the UI indicator with how the submarines are right now, and it's just so bad. It's really, really bad. And yes, they're changing carriers again. SRJ. You can take a look at it at the news portal. Like they have a whole news article about it. Dude, no one is playing carriers. Okay, let's just play co-op. No. We're gonna sit here and play randoms. Actually, this is the way we get the best like interaction. Because why is there no one playing carriers? Oh, there's one carrier. So why is it not putting us in the game? Is it nerf needed about 40 seconds to change? So you're actually the third person to bring up Reddit. Let me check Reddit right now. And look at the World of Warships subreddit. Because I'm 99% sure they are going to be... The time frame of when they were talking about it was like... I think like 2 hours ago. 2 or 3 hours ago. Are you able to send me the link to it? The Reddit post? Oh, that's a really cool picture. That's an Issei, isn't it? It looks like a Hyuga. No. Yeah, it's an Issei or Hyuga. Holy shit, this is the aviation battleship variant as well. Damn. Dude, she got fucked up. Oh my god. That's actually crazy. Look at this little boat here in perspective, like in comparison with this. That's so cool. But yeah, if anyone has a link, you guys can post it. I'll take a look at it. Uso and Yamashiro. Oh yeah, look at that pagoda. USS Iowa. Yeah, New Jersey is still the best Iowa class battleship. Convince me otherwise. And we got her like 30 minutes from my house. I live right there. I can see her. Here's a link. Hold up. Are links blocked? Actually, let me check here. Are you able to post a link or is it blocked? Just let me know. I think it should be good. I think everyone should be able to post a link in it, right? Let me check my moderation settings. Hold up. Wait. Okay, try it now. Okay, try it now. I think it should work now. I changed one setting that blocks URLs and hashtags, so I think it should be good now. All right, so I'm in a game with other carriers. Okay, that's fine. Let me stop the music now. All right. Okay, so let me just sit here and let me load up rockets. So now we have this consumables. Press the Y key. So I can directly click on someone like that. Okay. Let me change this consumable slot. Actually, no, we'll leave it like this for now. This one's another post. Okay, it's automatically blocking it. Are you on my Discord server or anything? Is it working? No, unfortunately not. I'll check it later. I'll go look for it. Give me a second. Let me do this match first. Oh man, I have to enable all these settings. Ship names. Here we go. Is it just us as players? No, there's someone. Republic, right there. Also, are we able to use this on ourselves? I don't know if we can. The heal. Y is also here. What is the title of the post? Then I'll look for it that way. That's a good hit. Oh no, that's the wrong key. It's literally you. Oh my goodness gracious. Goodbye, my evasive maneuvers. Oh no. Okay, let's see. So this now shows HP. He instantly DCP because he's a bot. Let me give it to him. So it should show right there. Yeah, it's following him. Okay, that's cool. That's really nice. That's a DCP. Ah, okay. That's... And then we DCP'd him. Okay. That's right. That's right. This is... That's the first one? Okay. Okay. Let's try this out. He's turning in. Okay. Buy those torps. One. The issue with bots is that they just run it down without playing the game. So these guys have the gauge progress bar, so I need to come back after 70 seconds, which is kind of annoying. So I guess I focus the Petro and Poison now. Dude, what happened to my planes? I just lost all my planes. What? The HP's gone. Did I eat like 3 flak there? Jeez. Where's that? Okay, so bombers don't have the new consumable. Try to drop the Yamato here. I think it should be past the 70 seconds, so we should be fine. I don't think anyone has the gauge chilled up or charged up. Nope, nope, he's got it. Okay, let's... Also, so the tracers do change, okay? And then look at our HP. You see that it takes chunks of damage because every 5 seconds you eat the 3.5%. Trying to dodge flak, but oh my god, wait, why is it so accurate? Okay, so concentrated fire is now over. But, I mean... Among Us. Yeah, that's right, that's right. The new plane regeneration buff will definitely turn the tide of the battle. Give me my 5-second bomber regeneration. I think the Henri should have it up now, right? No, I think Henri was the one that used it actually. I don't think bots can activate it. Dude, my planes are just dying. Wait, what? Without... This is without the consumable. I don't wish Henri uses it again. Why is there so much flak? What? There's concentrated fire. No, it just ended. Is it in the... I think the Yamato is using it, actually. Maybe it's the Henri going full AA build? I don't know. I doubt it. Yeah, it's a Yamato using concentrated fire. You can see the tracers are red now. Dude, look at my planes, man. Am I able to use this on myself? You cannot use... Wait, what? No, you can't use it. Wait, what? You can't use it on yourself, but it went on cooldown. Why did it... Hmm? Why did it show up as I can't use it? What? I don't know. That's consumables weird. Hmm. That's true. Yeah, that could be it. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay. Well, I have a question in loading screen. Does your own ship get counted as one carrier? Yes, it does. You from LA? No, I'm like outside Jersey. Yeah, planes are kind of just gone for, like they're done for. Then again, it is also a Hawaii here. That's also a thing. Let me try it with maybe let's try audacious. Let's try the heal. Let's try this. Auto switch 2. Nice. Spotting damage with CV now worse. Haven't touched CV much. Just got back into the month of not playing. Seems I can't spot for shit. So spotting was actually changed where the air detectability of all ships now cap at 10 kilometers. So they cannot go. So battleships are now capped at 10 kilometers. So they got a huge buff for air concealment. This also means that when a destroyer or a cruiser starts shooting, or anyone starts shooting, you can see their shells, but their air detectability bubble won't expand. Only their surface ship detectability. So if no ally ship is within your within their range and their line of sight, they'll stay dark. Hello, Haruna. How's it testing? We just did our first game, and I think that was just a disaster. We have more players here now, so that's nice. So we get to test it out even more. I'll play surface ships in a bit, but the issue is there's not many carrier players on PTS, so it's like, I don't even know if I'll be able to get a match with carriers if I play a surface ship. We'll see. But yeah, first game, I mean, I lost a lot of planes, but we just have to keep testing it out. Keep trying it. The concentrated fire is pretty scary, though. So who's a player? Everyone, literally, yeah, pretty much everybody. Only three bots. One point plane regen. See, so that's the hard thing to decide. Regeneration in general was never a good thing to focus around. What the fuck is this, bro? Why is it so big? Is it usually this big? I guess it is, yeah. Wait, what? That's ungodly large. What? Why is it so big? Is this normal? Because mine's 3.5%. His should be what? I guess it is, yeah, 4.9. My gosh, that's so so big. You placed another one down too. What the hell? Oh my god, I just ate flak. I don't remember it being that large, but whatever. It's nice that we can see HP though. Okay. So he has the funny button now, I'm pretty sure. That's well over 40 seconds of firing AA. You're grinding Audacious? I'm sorry, you're grinding the worst carrier in the game. The worst line, actually. It's so sad. Marseille should be leaving the... There it is, yep. There's coordinated fire. See the tracers are changing now. So we're negating a lot of it with thanks to our evasive maneuvers. But once this ends, all right, we have to run now. Okay, thankfully we didn't lose too many. We lost one. We negated a lot of that thanks to the rock. Also, I missed all 3 torps. What? Rip. I underlit that by a large amount. So this you wouldn't do. You would just leave. I'm just doing this for the sake of research purposes. I'm losing so many planes, bro. Also, I have a heal. I could give this heal to them. Let me give it to my Grozovoy. I should give it to my Libertad, actually. Ah, shoot. Fighter here. Can't do that now. Is it just recall then? Let me lower the engine sound. It's a little loud. I'll just lower the overall sound, actually. Coordinated fire by the Marseille. We dodged the flak, thankfully. But now I can't even get a second strike off. I have to recall here. I wish there was a way where I can like let my team know what is on cooldown. Like I could like left click this maybe with control left click, and then it'll tell my team what's the cooldown of it. What's in here? Oh, it's Z52. Why is the flag so accurate? What? What? He's dead. Okay. Oh, Essex is right here. Oh. Oh, there's nothing here to kill him, though. Oh, yeah. Is my ship reversing? I think my ship is reversing because of autopilot. Nope, not yet. What's shooting me? It's gotta be the destroyer, right? Nope, it is the Republic. Republic can lob... Oh, she can lob this. Ooh, I might be dead there. Nope, not yet. Crazy shots, actually. Hello, Marseille. I think Sherman can just start opening up on this guy, no? We just killed him, no? I guess not. No, we don't wanna shoot him. We just running. Oh, it doesn't make this any easier. Okay, find the Holland now. Can I heal myself? No, you actually can't heal yourself. That's crazy to me. Oh, you can heal yourself. What? Why is it... Why does it say you can't heal yourself, though? What is that? It's pretty funny. Yo, how many planes did we lose this game? He activated sector just now. Saw the amount of tracers that flew out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Chad. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not sure why Malta is CV food. It's mainly MVR and Shinano. That's food. Or that eats it alive. How many planes did we lose? Oh my god. My goodness gracious. Let me check my other video. How long ago was my Hakuryu video? I thought I did one recently. Did I not? 1 year ago. No. Huh. I guess I didn't do a Haku video in so long, huh? Interesting. I'm gonna wait for the audacious game. Yeah, the reason why Malta and Nakimov are considered food is because of this. Your citadel is raised. This is your citadel. It's open as well. So it's just an open citadel. It's, yeah. Pretty crazy. Also Nakimov is the same way. Nakimov is like this. It's even longer though. This whole thing is a citadel. Let's pay German carriers next. But I want to wait for the match to end. I want to check how many planes we lost before going on. Yeah, I mean this system or this new mechanics. It's I don't know how people can think it is a carrier buff, but maybe it's just a skill issue on my end. I think it should be ending in just a second. EVP over MVR. Tier for tier, I think it's pretty good, pretty strong. Yeah. Hey, that's pretty good damage, no? All right, so we lost all of our. Oh, we actually saved a lot of our torpedo bombers. We lost all of our rockets. We lost like half of our bombers. Because what do we usually go with? We have 16 in reserves, 16 and 16. Okay, yeah, so yeah, we lost pretty much everything except for our torpedo bombers because just because of we have evasive maneuvers. Dude, this is crazy. The regeneration buff let us use 3 extra planes. Bro. MBR time. Getting really hot in here. Okay. European CV. Oh my goodness gracious. There's a European CV in the works, Mr. Haruna? Please enlighten me. I do not know of such knowledge. But why are they all AA ships though? Even the bots. Got stronger? Yeah, definitely. It's very strong. It's a little crazy actually. It's kind of unplayable. It's mainly stronger on... It's mainly stronger when they have the consumable ready and charged up. Okay, there's that. You'll play a little aggressively here. Let's turn back in. Spanish CV2. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. So DCP UI here is consumable. I don't want to strike the Worcester, so we're going to leave this area. I'm going to go here. I'm just keeping an eye on this because yeah, they just ram each other. Okay. They just rip planes apart. Yes, because there's no like spacing out that percentage. You just take 3.5% from 2 different sources. So yes, it just shreds your planes. Literally a no-fly zone.
It's pretty bad, yeah. I'm gonna try to showcase it here on these guys. I think Petro head is AA firing. I can strike the Hindenburg and then strike the Petro. Nobody's on fire, so we don't have to use consumable at all. I think Adalbert's gonna get on fire soon. Place a fighter first. Nobody's on fire. Guess we go for the Petro. Oh, that's really awkward. All right, we have the funny commander ready. I'm just using... Oh, so there's the Flecker off here. Does he DCP? Double fire? Does he DCP that? Oh, he does DCP. Ah! I could give it... I should have waited. Oh, whatever. You see, in a coordinated scenario there, where if this guy was in my div mate and we were on Discord call, I could just tell him I'll just send you a consumable, save your own DCP. Especially on our Schleifen that has limited DCP usage. It's way better to sync it up like that. This guy should have his coordinated fire ready to go. I don't know why he's not using it. I don't even know I don't think he knows how to use it, because you have to hold your sector key instead of just tapping it. Yeah, he's not using it, chat. So AA is pretty much the same one until they activate the consumable. Let's watch out for that Worcester. He's gonna be peeking out soon. I think we should could still play a little aggressively. It's a bot as well, so we don't have to worry too much about that. We'll just use our evasive maneuvers for this. Yeah, he doesn't know about the consumable. What a good tester. He's just playing the game for the lulz. When does this come out? Next update. So like 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now. Oh no, these are torpedo bombers, not rockets. Ah, I keep forgetting about the consumable. Oh, I gotta get used to that. The consumable, like, different slots and stuff. Different tier 6 and tier 8 CV. So the percentage damage that you take from the new system is going to be the same throughout all tiers, but the continuous damage on top of that is going to just ruin. It's going to get ruined because the percentage damage that they dish out is still 3.5%. Sometimes 5% if they have the skill and or playing the destroyers class. What this basically means that if you're playing, it's above the surface ships, where if you're playing as like a tier 6 surface ship, you're facing against like a Kaga or something, you'll be able to defend yourself the same way as a tier 8 would, thanks to the consumable alone. Yep. So a tier 1 destroyer can defend itself against a FDR if the FDR hovers itself over the ship for the duration of the concentrated fire consumable for the 40 seconds. Because it deals, for destroyers, it'll deal 5% every 5 seconds for 40 seconds. Like a tier 1 destroyer, you'll deal about 25k HP off of the FDR. No one is using their consumable, bro. Like, no one knows about the consumable at all. Like, what are we doing, guys? Yes. 5%. The power of percentage. You deal 5% every 5 seconds, lasting 40 seconds. It's like crazy. So it's like a destroyer alone. As a 1v1, you'll deal a significant amount of damage to the FDR planes. You'll basically ruin them for like mid-game to late game, right? Because they'll lose almost half their squadron from one destroyer alone. If that destroyer, who has 5% built in over the regular base 3%, if that destroyer is grouped up with another allied ship, now you have 3.5% with 5% together. It's just insane amounts. And concentrated fire, it will deal the full amount to the squadron, no matter how many players there are that are grouped up. So if you got like 3 people grouped up together, what they can do is they can activate coordinated fire one at a time. So that way you have to deal with both the not coordinated fire, what's it, concentrated fire. So now the carrier has to deal with concentrated fire, and while also dealing with continuous AA from those ships. So yeah, like a tier 1 destroyer, you know, can do concentrated fire, and then also on top of that they have to deal with the continuous AA. So continuous AA will differ from, you know, between the tiers, of course, because higher tiers generally have more AA. So like a Shima can defend itself against an FDR. You'll deal 25k from concentrated fire alone, and then continuous AA will deal maybe like 10 to 15k. So yeah, there's kind of crazy. You think 5% current HP instead of max HP would be balanced? It is current HP. It's squadron current HP right now. God, my rockets and my torps just ate so much shit. What? So right now it is squadron HP. If it was max HP, that'll be just game over. It is game over. Well, in other news, the new consumable looks pretty cool. The heal and the DCP is pretty interesting. It does help give the carriers some utility, at least. I mean, there's that, but carriers don't have enough going on for them right now, though. The utility is cool, but it doesn't help the class in any way. Let's play Haku again. There are those niche moments where you are going to be able to help out a teammate and turn the tide of the battle, I guess. But it's just so weird. Like, they're doing all... Wargame is doing all this very slowly, which is fine. They're afraid of making big mistakes like they did back in 2020. But it's like, guys, this needs help. I think carriers need help. And it doesn't help that one of the biggest WoW's content creators are constantly modding about the class no matter what is happening. And then they just call it a buff and brainwash their entire viewer base. So now everyone thinks that it's a carrier buff. And now we just create this big divide that is just because of misunderstood mechanics. Hmm. Why is my Twitter so cooked? What is happening to my feed? Oh God. Oh, it's still up? Why didn't you guys say anything? Oh my goodness. Guys. You guys are useless. Thank you, Seasnuts. Been there for 5 matches. Yes, thank you for letting me know now. I appreciate it. Right now I can actually see the map. Watch PQ's video on this, and the point I also agree with, the system is too automated. I want to be able to take control of outskill the CV player and mitigate most of the damage to my ship. So the issue with that, it's been brought up a few times, and my counter argument to that is, as someone who plays more cruisers and carriers, right? We can take an example. Some people would say, I want to be able to man my AA guns and actually shoot the planes down. Okay, pretty cool arcade system. Some people, I think you can do it in War Thunder like that. My counter argument to that is, when was the last time you have seen someone in a Bismarck 41 or in the Prince Adalbert line that actually managed to utilize both main guns, torpedoes, their ship, and their manual secondary guns all at the same time? So being bombarded by carriers, the planes, while being in a brawl with someone else, and also being able to launch torps, hydro, evade with their ship, and not take huge chunks of damage. I would say maybe a few percentage of the player base can actually do that. It'll just clutter things up. There's no real like thing you can do to make it more manual than that. And even still, people were given the ability to use manual secondaries and they don't even know how to utilize it. That's why all this is just automated. Like, if he's got any suggestions with if he wants to make it more, less automated, then sure, I mean, be my guest. I mean, back in RTS, we had something with point left clicking the squadrons. There was a skill for that, and then you can basically focus all your AA power on that specific squadron, right? That was the thing in RTS, but now you just have a 360 aura. Why? Because people were not setting their priority sector properly in the right direction, or they weren't even using it at all because they didn't even know the carrier squadron was coming, right? So it's like, this is just easier for the sake of the player base, and this is all happening because the player base, majority of the players cannot take into account like what is going on in the match. They can't multitask like a lot of the vocal minority can actually do. You can hop on Twitch during prime hours, like Twitch or YouTube streams or TikTok or whatever, and actually watch a boomer play. They are so slow with everything, and it's normal. It's fine. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong key. It's fine, right? Because this game is focused around those. It's the age that this is catered to is what? It's like middle-aged players. So their mechanics are never going to be that good, right? They're not going to be some high octane, high RPM, not RPM, high APM, type of player, but their multitasking capability is just not there. I think the most interactive we had was probably left clicking the squadrons back in RTS. Why are you gonna strike me? What are you doing? You have nothing else to strike, so you're just striking me, I guess. That works too. Also, why can't I set my priority sector now that is 360? Let me press my priority sector while I'm flying. It doesn't matter which side anymore. I could just click it, no? He eats one torp on the bow. Oh, that's nice. The corpse died. The corpse sank. This guy's down. Nice. There's a DD here. That's fine. DD's like here, I think. So I'll just continue to sail towards the Schlieffen. It's like, so what I'm trying to get at is why use the manpower of your company that's already struggling after the split on a niche mechanic like that caters towards the niche player base, which is like maybe 5%. Because the majority of the players cannot utilize and effectively use that new mechanic. This AA system is an example of a mechanic where majority of the players will be able to use because it's literally just built into the system. Like the new, oh my god, it's literally built into the new, it's built on top of the currently existing mechanics. So they're able to actually just press, instead of pressing a button, they just hold it now to activate the new mechanic. He's not dead. What? Come on. Shoot him. Hull. Shoot him. Get him. He's healing. Thank you. Let's go find the Shima. Does he have DCP active? I wonder. Is this only for fires? It's only fires. It's not floods. What a bro. What a useless consumable. It's only fires. I thought it was just a DCP. Nah, dude. That's not good, bro. That's crazy. I'm gonna predict he's reversing. He's at the edge of the thing because he wants to get angles on the Libertad. So he's probably like right here reversing, right? Putting broadside. The hull is here as well. No, that's a... Oh, I hit one. Oh. Wait a minute. He's gonna leave the thing now. I think he's gonna leave smoke. There's no way where you just sit here. Yo, can we have a hydrophone, Mr. Calvi? Oh, it's a bot. Ugh. Okay. Darn. Okay, let me catch up with chat now. Yo, Voidheart, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. Send a heart. And I sent the heart to this one too. How do I send the heart? There we go. Boom. Thank you. Thank you. Let me read chat now. Catch up with you guys. What are we saying? Yeah, like the focus of the company's focus is to let the player focus on their own ship, and that's basically it. Focus on their own ship. It's the reason why we have aircraft carriers rework is because of this other balancing stuff. But also the point is they want to make it so that the player is focused only on their one squadron. That's why we're not having sequential control over the carrier's hull and also the carrier's squadron, which is a much demanded thing that we all want. That I've been asking for at least for a long time. And they simply told me that no, they want the focus to be only on the carrier's planes as the main focus. So it's sad. It's just like people majority of the player base cannot multitask, and it's just sad because that means players that want multitasking to be a thing in the game, it's just not really like we're not gonna get it. Like we're getting stuff like this. We're getting placeable fighters. What do they call that? Tactical fighters. We're getting tactical consumables with this change you see here. Slowly but surely they're implementing like stuff like that, but I don't know what else they're gonna add. I really want sequential control over the carrier. That'll be so good because autopilot is is really bad right now. It has been bad actually ever since rework. So VX, here's the thing. Wargaming, or not Wargaming, PQ brought up. You said PQ brought up a fact that he feels it's too automated. What did he suggest, or was he just giving feedback? Like there has to be a suggestion to a feedback, right? If you just the way I view it, it might be different because I'm a CC and I look at things more logically, right? I look at things at a broader scale without really judging or being prejudiced towards like a certain like thing in the game. But it's like I believe that if someone were to give a feedback on something, they should also provide suggestions for how they want it to operate. If they just give a feedback, it's just a complaint. Like if they just give something like that without any suggestion on how they want things to change or what they would recommend, then I think it's just complaining at that point, which is nothing new. Unfortunately, it's nothing new. Can CV concentrate fire too? I believe everything that has anti-air does have the mechanic, yes. So everything except submarines right now. So let's see. If we play a surface ship battle, will we get a carrier? Let's try it out. Let's try one game in surface ship. Let's play a Montana. I'm gonna switch to Traverse. Oh, let's try that. Surprise EV haters want RTS CV back. Yeah, it's just a lot of times people view the negative of the rework carrier to outweigh the negatives of the rework carrier, because their argument is, yes, while rework carrier is a total like stomp when a team gets a good carrier and the other team doesn't, they say that those games only happen maybe 1 in 20. Roughly, right? 1 in 20, you'll get into a game where you face off against a really, really good RTS CV player, and the game is just over at that point, and they say, oh, I could just go next, and it just not matter. But, which does make sense, right? But then you think about it like, even the worst of players can be able to pull off, they have the ability to pull off a 50k drop on a ship and just remove it from the game with one strike. Is that fun? Debatable. How do I increase the font on this? Why is it so small? Oh, I can. Okay, I'm blind, guys. I cannot see the chat. He didn't have any direct solution, but mentioned it could be aiming your flak bursts, directing the AA guns the path of the planes deal most damage. Again, with typical surface ship mentality that flak is the best defensive tool, when it really isn't. I mean, it's like, how... I mean, I guess at that point I just have to ask him, but I don't like talking to other CCs as much. It's like, also, there's no CV here. What a pointless match. I could just leave. I should just leave, right? What happened to plane spotting? Plane spotting. So the aerial concealment was reduced. It was aerial concealment was maxed out at 10 kilometers now. That's the patch from like a few patches ago. So now there's a max air concealment at 10 kilometers, and now everyone who specs concealment expert can go down to 8-1. Concealment and upgrade and skill, yeah, you have 8-1 concealment now if your concealment exceeded before. So it was a huge buff from before. That's the main difference. Also, when you shoot, your air concealment doesn't bloom like your surface concealment does. Air concealment stay the same at 8-1. So you can see someone shooting when you're flying over there, like a battleship shooting. But if they're not spotted by anyone else on the enemy team, or on your team rather, whoops. If you're not spotted on anyone else, you see 8-1 is still the same. It's just my surface ship bloom goes off. Yeah, it's like wargaming just has no idea what they're doing. It's like, it just they are clueless when it comes to anything aircraft carrier related, and I'm like then telling them this is not what we want to see, this is not what we want to do, but it's like, oh no. Fuck, I keep pressing my left click. Let me change my key bindings because this is not what I used. Fire. Salvo. Shoot. Where's my shooting key? Here we go. There we go. You guys can deal with that, right? It's a Nushakov. Oh, he's just sailing at like quarter speed or something, half speed. No, flak is not well. Flak is quotations the best tool because it deals the most burst damage, but it's the most unreliable. So him saying that he wants to manually place flak, it's like majority of the players cannot do that. that split moment because you have to actively follow. What are you gonna do? Like you're gonna hold control and just do this, keep clicking. You can't even look around on your screen anymore. And you're aiming and then you're doing this. So you're just gonna click around. I don't understand the point of what he's trying to make. It just seems like cope, really. He's just coping really hard. Which is fine. It was bad. But now continuous damage is extremely buffed. And flak is just a bonus now. I can't even see what I'm looking at. Where is this guy? Oh. It's like blending in with the corpse. Who's shooting me? Oh. It's a Novo back there. And you get people who say that CV should be able to bully and shit. This is how this is in real life. Yeah, but I mean, then again, it's like that's why this whole AA change is happening, right? Now carriers are almost unplayable in so many cases now. This new mechanic literally guts carriers. It might not be early game, but mid game, late game, the carrier would just almost definitely be deplaned. There's just no way to avoid it. Unless nobody uses their concentrated fire key, there's just literally no way the carrier is not going to be deplaned. And the extra regeneration buff doesn't help that at all. It doesn't compensate anything. So people on Reddit saying that this regeneration buff is going to be like the best thing for carriers, they failed math in high school probably. Two, they don't know how carriers work to the point where they think any type of regeneration buff is the best build to go. Like there are builds out there where you do not take regeneration skills or upgrades at all, and you can still outperform anyone else. Like, there's literally no. How did I not citadel the guy? Wow. I thought that was a pretty good salvo. And then next thing you know, he just gets a regular. But then again, it's a Neptune. If it was mine, it probably just would explode. Aim right there. I think that should be good. Looks pretty good. Nah, it's a Neptune hull. Nope. It's too strong, dude. Why play Mino when you can play this thing? He's going to turn in, right? Yeah, he's turning in right now. He's going to lift his hull a little bit. I think we nail him with one. Nah. I should fire sooner. I'll just sit here. Bungo is going to walk out, so I don't have to walk in too close. We have to really see like how it is on full 12v12 setting though, so we have to wait for live server. Should be dead. Two shells in the bow. Nice. Nice. Yay. Yeah, it was really cool back then. Being able to send multiple out like that, because it's like you were in control, right, of all your squadrons. Okay, yeah, no one is playing carriers. I think we'll just call it there. I'll just chill with chat for a little bit longer, and then we'll probably just call it. I was gonna play Helldivers on stream, but I figured I should reserve that for Twitch whenever I set that up again, because I have not set up Twitch like configuration at all. My YouTube. So the reason why we say this, by the way, is because we're going on with the joke that people will like against the CV haters. That's basically it. Oh, CVs were broken in real life, so that's why they should be broken in WoWs. But it's like usually most of the time we say this because the people who hate on carriers, they're like the most funny like individuals, because they say everything to do like to be put against the carrier and give the carrier no room to breathe, basically. Oh, WoWs would be so much better without carriers. But then you have destroyers who permanently smoke or hide behind rocks and there's no spotting at all, so there's that. And then they demand spotting, but there's no spotting, so the game is just overall more boring that way because you can't shoot anything. It's like a big cycle, really. But I mean, it's whatever. It's the way WoWs is nowadays. Yes, that's true. There would never be a solution. You just have to come to an agreement that carriers will always have a strong side. But this new mechanic, this AA system, is also a very good defensive utility tool against carriers who, you know, it's just... Whether people like it or not, social media, Reddit, Discord servers, you know, communities, they can say whatever they want. This new AA system is a huge buff to surface ships and defending yourself against aircraft carriers. Because the whole purpose of this mechanic is if a carrier decides to focus you down and you are a let's say a Yamato, you're all alone and the carrier is coming after you. It's going to take multiple strikes to take you down, and by that time you'll have your concentrated fire ready to go, and that's the whole point of this whole mechanic. But they didn't take into account that if 2 people or 4 people or 6 people are all grouped up together, then is the literal no-fly zone, which is what Wargaming wanted to avoid with the rework. They wanted to make carriers easier to play, easier to pick up on. Anyone can play it without any knowledge of the game, and also be able to enjoy the game, because the AA as a group altogether is not as strong anymore compared to RTS. Now with this change, it ignores all of that, and now there's no, I would say there's no more hand-holding. So a carrier player needs to know how AA works, which ships have good AA, and what the ranges are, and what this new mechanic is doing, because they're going to be losing an incredible amount of planes. Like what was it? We see with the Hako game, we didn't really lose any planes, right? Like, no, this is normal because we just focus on Schlieffen. This MVR game, it's like it's with leg mod MVR as well. We have the Audacious game, for example. Like, what is this? And these are carpet bombers too. These are considered the more tankier and easier to evade with AA. Like this this is crazy. So I don't know. People can think what they want. It's whatever. You're never gonna please everybody, right? So if someone disagrees whenever you're talking to them and stuff, there's nothing you can do. They're already so closed off that they don't want to get an answer. So if someone disagrees with them, like they're not going to be happy, they're going to start an argument. All right, you just can't please those people. Yeah, that was pretty funny. The Montana that we were focusing in our I think MVR game, he wasn't using concentrated fire at all. It's like, guys, the mechanic, bro. But yeah, I mean, we played a few games, we got a feel of it. This mechanic is coming to the live server in like 2 weeks now. So I guess we can just hope for the best, right? Shooting for 2 hours. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I appreciate you guys chilling. I appreciate you guys who donated. That will be going directly to my purchase for the new SSD that I'm saving up for. So, because I lost one SSD, it died on me. So I need to save up some more. So those funds that you guys donated will be going directly to that. I'll make an announcement when I do make a purchase. RAM and SSD is just not cheap anymore, guys. But yeah, we'll see what I can do. With Twitch, I might do dual streaming and try to have both streams up on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. YouTube streaming is just way more convenient. Twitch streaming is just more toxic in my opinion. But yeah. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Goodbye.